To create a PSA, we're going to use two different computer programs, Windows Live Movie Maker and Audacity. For sound recordings, we're going to use a free Android app called Super Voice Recorder and the website Free Play Music. Once you've opened Windows Live Movie Maker, you have the option to insert videos or to insert photos and even music or audio clips. The first thing you're going to need is a script and a general idea of what's going to be in your PSA. Once you know what's going to happen in your movie, you're ready to get started. From here, your first option is to browse for videos and photos that you'll be using in your video. So click here, and it automatically has brought up the mentoring video folder where I've saved all the pictures that I'm going to use. So I'm going to select all the pictures that I want with Control A and unselect the folder with the audio file. I tell the program to open all of them, and they're automatically inserted into my movie. Now you'll see here with a preview that at this point my video is 6 minutes and 25 seconds long. If I want it to be shorter, I'm going to need to change my time on each one of the pictures. Before I worry about the times, I first want to make sure that the pictures are arranged in a way that tells the story I'm trying to create. Movie Maker makes this very simple. When I find a picture, if I want it at the beginning, I can move it. I click to make sure it's unselected, and then I drag the picture to where it should go. I can do this with all of my pictures until I've got the story arranged just how I want it. At this point, my view is rather close on my time scale. For me, in 6 minutes, that's a lot to see. So I'm going to zoom out until a point where my pictures are more manageable and I can see the story as a whole instead of so many all at once. Sometimes, to tell your story, you're going to need to add captions. So click on your Home tab on the ribbon and add a caption to a picture. It automatically pops up with your enter text here, and with a couple of quick typing, you can add words to your picture so you can explain what's going on that much clearer. Sometimes you don't want just a caption. Sometimes you're going to want to emphasize certain slides with words alone. So again, same place as the caption, you'll enter a title slide. Now, it will automatically pull some information about your pictures as a general range, but that's easy to change. Now, this title slide has automatically placed itself at the beginning of my movie. My movie is about the Heart to Heart mentoring program. Once I've added my title slide, I can add more titles that I'll have the freedom to move anywhere within my movie. All I have to do is drag and drop to whatever location I'm going to want to put that information. Now, the easiest way to insert your information is to use Microsoft Word. Using Microsoft Word, I've already typed several of the title slides that I would want to emphasize throughout this video. So I'm going to simply highlight the text that I want, I'm going to copy it, and then I'm going to return back to my movie, to the slide that I want, and I'm going to use the paste feature of Control V to insert in that information. Now, it stretches the information out, so I want to adjust to keep it simple and to make sure that I've got all the words onto the screen and that they're centered how I want them. I have the options to change the text, I have the options to change the centering, and even the color. Lots of freedom to use this feature to make sure that my message is getting across. After I've inserted my title slides throughout the movie, I've realized that now my movie's over 7 minutes long, and that might be far too much for this quick PSA. It's very simple to delete pictures. You click on it, you can click the delete key, and they're gone. Or you can right click and cut them maybe if you think you'd want to use them later. After deleting several of the photos, I've realized that my video is still running rather long. So I'm going to come to my video tools option, and I'm going to edit, and then I realize that each of my videos are playing for over 7 seconds. Maybe for some of my text slides, I might want that time to be that long, but for my pictures, I probably don't want it that long. So it's easy enough to click the drop-down menu and to shorten that time down to 5. Clicking on the next picture shows me that my duration is still at 7 seconds. So I want to select all of my videos, or my pictures at this point, and I want to tell them all to play at only 5 seconds long. Once I've applied that, now my video is at 3 minutes and 45 seconds, more manageable for this particular PSA. Now that my story is beginning to take shape, I want to insert some music and some audio, but Movie Maker only allows you to insert one audio file. So if I want to have a voice speaking over the music, I'm going to need to use another program. This is when we're going to use the audio software program called Audacity. Once I've opened Audacity, I want to import new audio files so I can use them and arrange my files to sound exactly how I want them. So I'm going to import audio. I'm going to find my mentoring folder program, and first off I have background music that I've downloaded from Free Play Music, so I'm going to add that in its entirety. And then I was fortunate enough to speak to a mentee, and she gave me a personal account of what it was like to work with a mentor, so I want to make sure I get her voice also into the story. So again, I'm going to open up my program, and I'm going to find her story, and I'm going to insert the first file. If I play both of these right now with this master play button at the top, my mentor and the music are very loud at the same time, which I don't want because I want her story to be heard. So the easiest way to fix this, I want to stop the music, then I'm going to use the selection tool right here, and notice how it highlights both sections. I'm going to focus on this one here at the top. I'm going to select it, and then I'm going to pull this file down. This makes this play much softer, and if I want to even make sure that it's still, I'm going to turn the volume down just a little bit more. Now I can play both files together.
My mentor told me that if I didn't miss any...
And now my mentee's voice is very loud, while the music is still in the background to give some emphasis, but it's not going to overpower her voice. Because my music section is much longer than my mentee speaking section, I want to make sure that the music picks up once she's finished talking. So, stopping my audio file, I'm going to make sure that the envelope tool is selected again. I'm going to click before she's finished speaking, and then I'm going to click down toward the end of my music file. Now with this, I can pull this up, and this means the volume is going to gradually increase. So we have some filler music to emphasize the rest of the video and to give us a really nice all-around feel for the playlist and for what she's. After I'm satisfied with the way my audio file is set up, I want to save it and export it in an MP3 file so I can use it in Movie Maker. I'm going to click on File, Export, and then I don't want to name it Colored Dreams. I also want to make sure that I know what Colored Dreams is with. This is with her attendance story, so I'm going to click that and save. I'm going to make sure the info is okay. Then it's going to export my entire file and save it into a folder that I can now pull up in Movie Maker. So once here, I'm going to add music. I'm going to add music with this option. I'm going to find my file in the mentoring video folder. Here's the attendance Colored Dreams file. I'm going to open it, and it automatically plays the music over top of several sections. I'll need to drag this into a location that's the best place for the story. So I'll want to find the picture that best represents what this talks about, and I'll drag it here, and I can see now that my music and audio file will play almost until the end of the video. I also want music to play over the entire file, so I'm going to pick the longer track that I've had from Free Play Music, and at this point it's going to put it at the end which I don't want it. I want it up at the beginning. So just like everything else, I'm going to drag and drop. I'm going to start it up here. Now that my movie is arranged just about how I want it, I want to put some finishing touches on. So I can do auto movie themes to my entire movie, and it's going to add different transitions, different effects all throughout my movie that's going to give it that pop that I really want. If I hover, I can see just a little bit of how each is going to look. So I have lots of different options to see whatever fits my movie best. So once I've clicked it, it applies it to the entire movie. Then I can preview it right down here to make sure that my movie is actually what I want to publish. This particular theme adds in just a couple more captions down at the bottom, so you get the credit that you deserve. I'm going to fill in my name, and I'm going to make sure the other information, such as my citations, are added where they should be to give everybody their due credit. Now that my video is ready to go, I'm going to come to the File option. I want to save my movie for a computer so I can show it maybe in class or to some of my seniors. And I'm going to click Save, and Movie Maker is now going to save a file that I can pull up on any computer in the building. After I have a computer version saved, I also want to upload it to YouTube just to have that backup, so in case someone's not here. So I'll click on the YouTube. It recommends the best size. I'm going to go ahead and tell it to do it. It's going to ask for my login information. I'm going to type that in. Then I'll need to sign into my YouTube account so it knows where to upload it. I'm going to title my video. I'm going to give it a category. Once I put in a tag, so this is going to be the mentoring program. Now I can select my category. After my video is published, it's now on YouTube for everyone to see, and I have a copy on my desktop just in case I need a backup right there. So, in just a few quick steps, you too can use Windows Movie Maker to create your own personalized PSA or movie